Did you know that we can be found on Google Play, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Sam's Broadcasting, AutoCast, and more? Women Who Rock with Success airs live each Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Time, followed by our latest brand, Women Who Rock Investigate. We handpick professional women in many areas who can provide credible information in their field to build your business and lifestyle. To learn more about us, just visit our website at www.womenwhorockwithsuccess.com.
Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Women Who Rock with Success. This is your host, Ms. Diane Winbush, and so thank you so much for tuning in today. We have an exclusive interview on today, and this is a rare sometimes that we have a Miss America or Miss Tampa that's in the studio with us today, but it's great. And so we want to be able to invite Leah Roddenberry, who is Miss Tampa 2020-2021 on the broadcast on today. So good morning and welcome.
Good morning. It is a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited and all about what you do with Women Who Rock with Success. So it's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, perfect. So tell us a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about, I guess, how you got started growing up, which kind of led a little bit to why you wanted to be able to do pageants and also run for Miss Tampa.
Absolutely. So like you said, I'm Leah Roddenberry. I am 21 years old and about to graduate on Monday from the University of Florida. So it's a crazy time right now in my life, but very excited. And then after that, I plan to pursue my Juris Doctorate and attend law school. I really have been inspired to pursue further education through the Miss America organization, which, as you said, I am the current Miss Tampa 2020 and 2021, and Miss America, which most people may not know, is the largest provider of scholarships for young women in the nation, which is incredible. And one of the main reasons that I compete, I love the fact that they continue to inspire young women to pursue further and educate themselves throughout the organization and then throughout their lives and their careers. And my parents love that as well, that I get a lot of scholarships through this organization. But I really started this dream of becoming Miss Tampa, Miss Florida, and then potentially Miss America when I was about 6 years old. And it's through the Princess program. So the Miss Florida organization has a princess program where each candidate mentors younger women ages 6 through 12. And so I started when I was 6 years old, watching these beautiful, intelligent, and incredibly talented young women grace the stage and be able to talk about current events and have their community service projects and their social impact initiatives. And so I was inspired as a young age. And I just grew through the program, competed as a teen, and was Miss Florida's Outstanding Teen twice, which is kind of a crazy story. Learned so much about myself and about the program, and then continued as I aged. And last year competed as Miss University of Florida, was named first runner-up to Miss Florida, and now back as Miss Tampa. So it has been an incredible journey, and I've seen so much growth within myself. There are so many benefits from this program, and I'm excited to continue through it.
Okay, great. So tell us a little bit about what type of impact was that for your parents? You know, I got these wonderful parents and me, and so now they're the proud parents of Miss Tampa.
Yes, it has required a lot of sacrifice, not only from me, but from my parents and my siblings. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm the youngest of 5. So it really has been a family ordeal. So it takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of commitment. And I am so thankful, so grateful for my family that has been my rock throughout this journey and their willingness to allow me to achieve my dreams and go after them unapologetically. So I owe a lot to them.
Okay. And so you did mention to us in regards to you were still in school and about to graduate. So tell us a little bit about that, and also you're still in a running, for Miss Florida and what have you, which that's also a great achievement as well. So tell us a little bit about that. How, I just graduated in the month of February. Sometimes when you're trying to jog a whole lot of things together, and then you have outreach, you're doing the community work. That can be also a social impact as well. So tell us a bit about the journey with that.
Absolutely. It is very hard to juggle sometimes, but it has required a lot of time management skills, a lot of organization skills, and just really being able to handle it all and knowing how to prioritize everything in your life. And also it's taken a lot of sacrifice on my part to sacrifice time with my friends or my downtime, my free time. I have to sacrifice that in order to achieve my dreams and be able to handle it all. It is not easy. And every young woman that competes in this organization, whether she's in a full-time job or she's in school, we learn very quickly how to balance it and make it work and adjust our schedules so that we can do it all. And I think this organization has taught me so many life lessons that I will take far beyond my years Miss Tampa or potentially Miss Florida into my career and into my life. So I'm very excited for that.
Okay. Here in the South, of course, which Florida is the South, but in the state of Tennessee, we have a country singer, and her name is Dolly Parton. And one of her brands is publishing books for children. So we also know that you are a publisher as well. So tell us a little bit about that, about the children's book, and what are your takeaways from the readers that you would like for them to be able to grasp from your content?
Absolutely. So, as I mentioned earlier, each candidate in this organization has what is called a social impact initiative, essentially their platform or community service project that they are passionate about. Mine is entitled Be a Lead Her, Igniting the Spark Within, and it's all about encouraging young women to find their voices, cultivate their passions, and ultimately to believe in themselves and their potential to do great things and to start at an early age. So one of the ways that I have been involved in doing this is by writing and publishing a children's book entitled Leah Goes to Washington, which I did all throughout COVID. So when COVID hit, I decided that I still wanted to be active and I didn't want to just sit on the couch and let time pass me by. And I was going to these luncheons as Miss Tampa, and a lot of women and educators were telling me their concerns about not having enough resources available to keep either their kids or their students busy. And I thought this was the perfect time to create a resource that was free and downloadable for students to have easy access to, that not only kept them busy, so that helped the parents and the educators, but also it would be able to teach kids and especially young women about civics in a fun and interactive way. So the book Leah Goes to Washington follows the character Leah as she learns about what it means to be the president. And she learns really quickly that it's a lot of hard work and it takes a lot of engagement in your community and being an engaged citizen. So it really encourages the readers to take the cutout character of Leah with them, to go out into their communities and to be active and engaged citizens where they're completing community service tasks. And then in hopes that they will share pictures with their friends and post on social media with the hashtag Leah's Lead Hers in order to form a community of young women that are engaged citizens and learning about civics at an early age, and hopefully can become the next generation of female leaders. So I'm really excited to be promoting this book and reading it and donating it to different organizations. And hopefully a lot of young women will be able to learn some takeaways and, like I said, learn about civics at an early age, because that is so critical. And then potentially as Miss Florida, I would go into a school in every county in the 67 counties across the state of Florida to be able to promote my book and to teach young women about civics at an early age.
Absolutely, absolutely. So is there additional brands that that you are initiating even while you are running for Miss Florida? We know that the book is very, very important. You're trying to get individuals out there. You're trying to get them stirred up at an early age, which I think is very, very important. I think that it's important not only that children learn the Constitution while they're in the classroom, but even beyond, because it's very important that women lose the stigmatism of always being in the back all the time. And then they also can be able to know that they are qualified in government areas. And so I think that is very, very important. So are there any other initiatives that you're trying to be able to display for America? Miss Tampa is a very huge profile. And so there are a lot of doors open for you to be able to do a lot of impact on Americans. So share a little bit more with us of any other initiatives that you, and goals that you would like for Americans to be able to follow in your footsteps.
Definitely. So when I entered the University of Florida, I found there were so many opportunities to engage the young women around me. And honestly, my social impact grew out of my own lack of confidence throughout middle school and high school. And so entering college, I knew that I didn't want to play small anymore. It was time to play big, and it was time to go after my dreams and to bring other women with me along the way. So one of the ways that I did that was by founding the first chapter of Ignite National in the state of Florida at the University of Florida. So UF Ignite took off in 2018, and it encourages young women to be politically active, be engaged citizens, learn about the political process, and to learn from inspirational speakers and ultimately be in a like-minded community of young women that are ready to be engaged and civically oriented, and to go after their dreams unapologetically. So I have founded that organization in 2018, and we have just really been involved in the UF community, in the Gainesville community. So I'm proud to say we just started an annual scholarship called the Ignite Your Spark Scholarship, which we will raise funds every year to give back to a local girls organization called Girls Place, where we will provide funds for a young woman that demonstrates leadership potential, and to give back to organizations like that. I was able to bring in incredible guest speakers, congressional candidates, deans of colleges, and allow young women to learn from inspirational speakers, listen to their stories, and then cultivate their own passions, their own opinions about the political process, and then to pursue those head on. So I've had an incredible time leading a great group of young women at the University of Florida. But now after I graduate, I'm ready to work with them even more on a national level. So I was able to reconnect them with the Miss America organization and create a partnership there, in which we can have parallel communities of young women that are pursuing their dreams. So I think America needs to learn about this organization even further, and every young woman should know about it, especially at the college level.
Absolutely, because I think it's very, very important that women get involved. I am an MSNBC. I stay on Facebook, not with things that's going to waste my time, but things that I have to be engaging with as far as political. I love politics. That's just one of my pet peeves. I love government, and I try to teach women to get involved. You know, a lot of individuals may be misled the wrong way. They'll comment, but they don't understand where the starting point is at. And so I gave a few bullet points on, I think it was, I think it was MSNBC, one of the platforms, and they was just all, you know, raging about different topics that they were sharing. And so my first thing was, sit down and attend some of your local governments, you know, sit down and get acquainted with your local politics and things like that. Learn how to engage with other people before you know, you have to have the facts when you're dealing with politics, when you're dealing with topics that surround America and what have you. So I think that is so very important. You're starting at the age level with children, you know, that's unique. You're not starting with the adults, you're starting with the children. Look, this is what and that will help to impact them from this age. And so they will grow up and learn, you know, as to how to run government, learn more about politics, learn about their local governments, because I think that's very, very important. Wow, that is so great. So let's move a little bit further. So even with the ambassador, you're doing talk shows. You're still running. You're running for Miss Florida and what have you. So what is the hype like even with that? You know, because I'm pretty sure that there's more interviews are going to be coming besides just this one right here.
Absolutely. It has been crazy to say the least. I like to tell people my brand is busy. That's what I am. I'm known to be busy, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So it was kind of crazy with COVID. I was supposed to compete at Miss Florida last June. So because of the pandemic, the Miss America organization postponed all of the competitions a year. But that does make me the longest serving Miss Tampa in the organization's history, which is something neat to come out of COVID. And I just completed my 1 year anniversary. So going on year 2 right now. But things are slowly but surely starting to pick up. Miss Florida will be happening June 26th is the finals. So very excited for that to happen. And the hype is real. So things are definitely picking up. I'm running around all over. This week really has been crazy for me. So I'm in a different county every single day of the week and running on little sleep, but I have coffee, I have caffeine, I have adrenaline running through me. And I just went to a breakfast as Miss Tampa for the Crisis Center in Tampa Bay this morning. So I got up at 4 a.m., went to that, ran over here to come do this interview, and then a bunch of different things. And then, of course, full prep for Miss Florida. So that means rehearsing my talent every night. That means staying on top of current events. And knowing what's happening in the world and having my opinions on that. So it is a 24/8 job is what I like to say, but it is incredible and so many life lessons that come out of it.
Okay, absolutely. So we got a couple more questions. And so the next question is going to be after we're going to say Miss America, we're going to say that you've already won Miss America.
Oh,
What is the next chapter for you that you will still continue like to be able to push? You know, I know it's still perhaps going to be with the children. Still going to be, furthering the book as well to be able to push that out there for the children, as well as policy and government. So after you climb those levels, what would you like to see to be able to happen in America? Because when we run for things like Miss Universe and things like that, they have huge goals that they would like to see changed, not just even sometimes on a national level, but even on an international level.
mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I mentioned this earlier, but I hope to pursue my Juris Doctorate after all of this is said and done, and then use that degree and my education in that to hopefully inform policy. And then I also would love to see myself in a press secretary position, something along those lines. So I think this job right now is training me very well for anything along those lines as a press secretary. And I would love to be in a position similar to that. But when it comes to what I would like to see in America nationally, I'd love to see the day where we don't have to celebrate women in positions of office, because at the end of the day, it will be normalized and it will be something we don't say it's rare to see this, but it will be something that's usual. And we still will be celebrating women in office because it's an incredible feat and we need more women in office, but it will be normalized. And that's what I really hope to see. And I think slowly but surely we're getting there, but that's why I have my social initiative. And I just really encouraging the next generation of leaders to rise up and bring women along with them.
Okay, great. So with the last question, so let the both audiences be able to learn more as to your brand, where to find your books, how they can be able to follow you. If there's some social media platforms that you would like to share with the audience, so you can be able to do that at this time.
Absolutely. I would love to connect further with everyone listening, and do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to talk to anyone and everyone. So my website is leahroddenberry.com. You can find all of my social media on there. And through that website, you can also head to leahgoestowashington.com, which has all of the information about my book, which is free and downloadable online. And then also you can purchase a hardcover through Amazon. So please reach out. I'd love to connect.
Great. So Leah, we thank you so much for taking the opportunity to be with us. We just heard about your fascinating schedule that you have for me up to the month of July. And so we do thank you for taking the opportunity to be our guest on today. So we wish you the best with well, you already have Miss Tampa, but with Miss Florida. So we thank you so much for it. And listeners, you know where to go, www.womenwhorockwithsuccess.com. You have a great day and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure. And like I said before, I love what you do and continue doing it.
Great, great.